Hey guys, more questions from the gram today. Let's dive right in. Hi, Dr. Rich. There's a man I've been seeing for over a year. Well, I've been seeing him. I don't think he's seeing me. Okay? He's never been to my house. I've always gone over there. Not that he wasn't invited, but we live an hour away, so maybe that's got something to do with it. Usually, I'm the one that texts him good morning. Sometimes I get a response, sometimes I don't. When things happen in his life, he wants me there for him, but when things happen in my life, he's working. I'm getting too old for this dating stuff. I want to end it, but he is the only person I'm actually having sex with. And I like the sex, and I don't want to give it up to just anybody. What do I do? Okay, all right, very honest question, very cool question. Here's what's going on, right? When life starts to show up in a way that we don't think it should, that's when we have problems, right? And in this case, your relationship is showing up in a way that you don't think it should, right? It should be emotionally supportive, and it's not, right? It's physically working, but emotionally it's not, right? And so when that happens, you've got one or two options, right? You can either change what you have, change the way the thing is, or you can change what you believe about how it should be. And so let's take the first option first, right? If this is your relationship and this is the way it's showing up and you don't want this and you want to change it, well, you got to have a hard conversation with him. You got to talk to him about needs and wants. Hey dude, hey guy, listen, physically, this is really working for me. I like it. But emotionally, it's lacking, right? And I'm not feeling the support. I need a little bit more attention, a little bit more text and tech support, right? And ask for those things that you need and want, and then allow him the space to step up and fill those needs. And if he doesn't, then you got to turn the page and go find somebody who can, okay? Now, the other thing you can do, and this is actually the much more empowering thing, which is you can actually just change what you believe about this thing, right? Do you need to be in a full-on relationship to have a physical sexual relationship? No, you don't. Do you need him to be your boyfriend in order for you to be able to enjoy the sex life? No, you don't. Do you need him to be monogamous? That's a conversation you need to have, because sexually transmitted infections, that's a real thing, and there's some stuff out there that you can't get rid of. So that's a concern, right? And making sure everybody's safe with whomever you guys may be with. And so you can change that, right? One of the things that happens, especially here in this country, is that women get into this idea that I've got to have a boyfriend in order to be a good girl and be in a sexual relationship. And no, you don't. Ask any guy you know. You don't need to have a girlfriend in order to have sex, right? And so you're allowed to do the same thing. And that leads me to what I'm thinking is the actual real issue here. And I know it's the real issue because you put it at the end. And that's usually how people do. The thing that's really on their mind, they kind of slip it in on their way out the door, or they slip it in at the end of the question. So you're in a sexual relationship. You're in a relationship that is predominantly physical, right? And that part is working for you. Sounds like that part's working for you really well. The other thing that's actually still working for you is that emotionally, you see that the support is not there, but from the context of your question, it doesn't sound like that's actually stressing you all that much. You don't seem distressed about it. You're noticing it. You're like, this is the way, but it sounds like you're dealing with that pretty good. And so that tells me that you actually don't have a problem with that, but you do have a problem with how that should be showing up. And so that's on you. That ain't on him. And this probably isn't even on you. It's probably on your girlfriends and your family friends and your family members. Here's the situation. 90% of the decisions we make in life are based on what other people and what our family thinks. Let me say that again. 90% of the decisions we make in life, what we're going to wear, where we're going to live, what we're going to drive, who we're going to love, is based on what our friends and what our family thinks. Here's where it is. You are a grown-ass woman with a grown-ass vagina, and you get to share that with whomever you choose, on whatever frequent a basis you choose, right? That's you. That's your life. If that's the thing that's going to make you happy, that's going to fill the need and the want you have today, then you have a right to go do that, regardless of what they think or what he thinks or what she thinks. You've got a right to do that. And I think that's the thing that's really, really hitching you up here. And so get that out of your mind. You don't need anybody to co-sign on your life. You're a grown woman. You don't need your friend girls to co-sign on it. You don't need your family members to co-sign on it. If being in a physical relationship with this person is working for you, then let it work for you, right? Society doesn't get to define how you need to show up. Your friends don't get to define how your relationship needs to show up. Your family doesn't get to define how your relationship needs to show up. You get to define how your relationship gets to show up for you. And I want you to empower yourself to do that. So if it's not working, you can change it, or just change what you believe about it. And I believe if you change what you believe about this thing, you'll be much less stressed and much more happy. And you both can go on and see where this goes. Hope this works. Let me know. Bye-bye.